Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Happy Saturday. I hope the cyclone is not troubling you too much. I'm not sure where the cyclone is right now because we're recording well ahead. It's Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So they're saying it's going to be making landfall somewhere between Friday to Saturday. Current models say it's going to be on us on Saturday. So if it's on us on Saturday and it's Saturday morning and the winds are howling, Dhana is a great astrologer because he predicted it. If it isn't, it's my fault because I didn't teach him well. So either way, Dhana wins. So what do we have, Dhana?
Sir, that homework part we need to continue, sir. Dr. Reddy series. So now you are giving the homework of search about the company legal issues and any negative things, and then any court cases has been happened. So I found out that, sir, and then you give another homework also. Search about the loan books, how they are repaying the debt. So I think we need to wait for the next week for the debt thing, because this was an in-depth details of the issues.
Okay.
So I think this video we will cover about
Because you found so much information on cases pending on them.
Cases pending.
Okay.
Cases pending, and how the cases was also, we can apply it, NATCO also we can apply to that, because everyone is facing
All pharma companies face this. Yeah. They keep putting cases on each other.
Yes, sir. So let's take about the 2015 to 2024 scenario. First, we need to understand CGMP. That means Current Good Manufacturing Practices. That means a set of guidelines enforced by the regulatory bodies like FDA to ensure the products, especially the medicines or produced products, controlled to high quality standards. So they need to give high quality standards. So for that they are meeting the CGMP. How was the cleanliness
of the factory? Yes.
Cleanliness of the factory and the equipment maintenance. Like now, no rust in that and dirt falling into the door, maintaining that purpose, and then employee training. So that was also a main thing. So everyone need to understand what was the medicine or pill they are making. So everyone need to understand. Everyone need to operate the machines. So that was the thing, and then the documentation need to also very properly. If they are maintaining a pill for the heart diseases, they need to document how that manufacturing process was and what are the raw materials that they are inputting in that. So they need to maintain. So that was the
You know why documentation is important?
Yes, sir. Because then only if any issues has been happened, then we can see the document. How was the
So you can find out the whole batch.
Whole batch.
Let's say some medicine has a problem.
Yes,
so
sir.
then you want to recall the whole batch. Through documentation, you'll be able to track.
Yes, sir. In example also I have mentioned, sir. Example, the blood pressure pill, if they are manufacturing, that blood pressure pills, if anyone was consuming, have been affected, so they can collect the documentation, and then accidentally, if anything was happened, that substance belongs to any diabetics medications. So that was comes in the two scenario. One was the blood pressure pills they are making, but that was the treatment for the diabetes. So they are found out by the documentation.
Why did we get into this Current Good Manufacturing Practices, CGMP? Why are we talking about that?
Because all the like Dr. Reddy and then NATCO, all the pharmaceutical companies are need to maintain the CGMP.
Yeah.
So for the
this is like in software having good practices. Yeah. So great.
Yes, sir. So in 2015, warning letter for the 3 facilities. So 3 manufacturing facilities, they are giving the warning. The case was resolved, sir. So that was happened in 2015. I cover only the major cases. In 2019, recall, that one portion also happened. Ranitidine recall by the issue of NDMA contamination. So the recall purpose also one issue. So let's figure about the recall purpose. So what was the recall? So recalling means they are stopping the selling, take back their medicine from the market. So it was a vulnerable recall. So without the regulatory any warnings, they are removed in.
So they themselves proactively found something was wrong and they started recalling it.
Yes, sir.
Didn't wait for regulators to get after them. Okay, that's good.
Yes, sir. Why means ranitidine means, first we need to understand what was that. Used to treat the heartburn and the ulcers. So for the disease, there is a medicine called ranitidine. Contamination means one thing is there and it will be mixed with someone and it gets poisonable. So that was called as a contamination. So contamination by the chemical called NDMA. So if the over amount of NDMA was additionally added into the substance, then it will be increase the risk of cancer in the human. So the contamination also was happened in the 2019. For the safety purpose, they are removed the product into the
from the market
to protect the consumers. So it was happened in 2019. That issue also resolved. In 2020, CGMP same violation also happened in the one manufacturing plant. That case also resolved. In 2014, 2 cases has been happened, still in pending. So first case was sapropterin dihydrochloride. Recall was also.
Sapropterin dihydrochloride.
Yes. So that product recall also happened because of the issue of subpotency issue. Subpotency means with one medicine it was not act like a same strength or same power. Like it will be lost their power.
It wasn't strong as what it's supposed to be.
Yes, sir.
Potency. Yeah, okay.
Subpotency. For that issue, they are recalling the product. So that is the issue is still in pending. That was happened in the 2024 April. So the investigation is also going on right now also. Now the sapropterin means what was that means? So there is one rare condition called phenylketonuria. So just we called as a PKU. So that was a condition that was happened in the human body. Why it was happened means there is one substance in our body called phenylalanine. So it means like it will be comes from the food, like the vitamins, calcium, what we are consuming in the food. Same the substance like this substance also phenylalanine. So that was also in the food. If that was low in our body condition, then it will be appear as the problem.
No. If it builds up too much, meaning there's too much of it in your body, that will create a serious health problem, which can lead to brain damage or other complications.
Yeah. So for that purpose, they are recalling was happened in the 2014. Still, it's in the pending condition.
So that's still being resolved.
Yes, sir. And this another FDA inspection, that CGMP inspection also done in the Hyderabad main facility. That was also still pending. And another case also appear. Same recall for the Sinacalcate. That was also for the recalculated because of the impurity exceeding limits. So from the CGMP, what we are doing, so they are adding the extra substance. For that, they are
because when you make medicine, there will always be some amount of impurities because the nature of making anything. So they allow certain percentage of impurities to be there. It has crossed a threshold, meaning more than the allowed amount of impurities is there. So FDA has said, let's recall this bottle.
Okay. So Sinacalcate also recalled. That issue was resolved. So right now, 2 main things are pending. FDA issue one pending, and then the recalling substance is pending. So from the understanding, it's a pharma sector a common problem, sir.
Yes.
So any new substance or already owned substance also, if we are manufacturing, that CGMP, we need to maintain the high quality standards. Anything additionally we had added, that was noticed by the FDA, then they will file a case against them. That time also the share price was literally correcting down, sir. So that was I am understanding. And then many patency issues also there, but I am not mentioning it that because I am not too complicated to understand that patency litigation. If I understand, then I will make the video.
No, most of them are resolved. I don't think there's anything which is pending. Is there
patency?
Yeah, patency is any pending? Or
no, sir, patency is not in pending.
Yeah, that's why it's okay. I mean, that's just history and out of intellectual curiosity, which you can read. But what this tells you inherently is how stringent and how much oversight is there in pharmaceuticals industry. And that's why it's required, because these things can turn very bad. We have a history of companies where things have not had proper oversight and medicines have been put into the system for long periods of time, creating all kinds of health hazards in the long run in human beings. So this is why they have this. And it's nice to see that Dr. Reddy has complied with all this, and they're able to work with regulatory bodies. So this should give confidence as an investor that whenever an issue comes up, Dr. Reddy proactively, in one case, proactively went to the market and withdrew a drug when it found it had that NDA and whatever problem. Recalls. Is able to execute it, which shows they're very honest and transparent and seem to be proactive in making sure they make things as safe and as transparent as possible, the whole process, which is good. As an investor, that should give you confidence. Because lots of other drug companies, they fudge, and later on it comes out into a big problem later on. And we even know there are many famous cases in the US, where the drug manufacturer and all that have claimed medicine does something and never even delivered on those treatment. And later on, the whole company went kaput. And went bankrupt. So this is why they have these checks and balances. And as an investor, you should always read into it, saying whenever there's a problem in a pharma, especially in pharma sector, you should read about these litigations and problems. So you know how does the company deal with it. Reading the documents, you should get confidence in saying, okay, this company is honest. They deal with these issues. If they don't deal with these issues, and there a lot of issues are hanging around, and there's a lot of bad press about it and uncertainty in it when you're reading these things, then it is better to be cautious. It look like a red flag. So this is one main reason in pharma companies you should always look into this. And this is the main reason you see the price correction. You said no every
yes,
time.
sir.
Because let's say, like I said before, you're sitting here and invested in an American pharma company. You do not know what is happening locally. You do not know on the street level what is happening. You're relying on pieces of news coming from other side of the world. So in Italy, you see some news about a company and invested in something, some warning letter has been given. You'd rather err with caution and sell it.
Sell out.
Yeah, and if it gets resolved, then you can always buy it back. You will have that attitude. So a lot of Indian pharma companies are treated like this by FIIs. So if there's any issue, they'll immediately get rid of it. Then see what happens. If things are resolved, okay, then we'll buy it again. So, but the main reason we should also keep this in mind is this also tells you most of these issues resolved. So why, if there's no issues pending, if there's no issue with Dr. Reddy, why is the price so low? That could be no reason for it.
That we need to investigate.
Yeah, we'll keep looking, but sometimes it just could be nobody wants to eat vanilla ice cream. Sometimes it's just not the flavor of the season. It happens. And as an investor, it's an opportunity to buy lots of vanilla and keep it. Suddenly when it comes back to season, you'll have lots of vanilla in your freezer. But so next week, let's take this further and look into what were we talking about?
Debt cycle, sir.
Yeah, let's talk about Dr. Reddy's debt and see how they've been managing debt over the years. That will also give us one more way to analyze these companies.
I think I need to analyze from this recalling and then this patents litigations. Many of the issues has been happened, so they need to bury some money to recapture the market again with the new drugs. How they are managing the debts, and so they have some of
funds kept in reserve.
So how they are managing that,
you come back and tell us. You research that and come back with Dr. Reddy in a few years how they've been doing this.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, I hope you found this video informative and entertaining, and why you should look at patent and cases especially in pharma companies, and why it's important, like Dhana has highlighted here. And I hope that you're also keenly reading these things in other companies, not only in Dr. Reddy, your Natcos and your Lupins and your Divi's Lab, whatever you're looking at. Do keep an eye on these things. It has happened in history where everybody thought everything is fine and dandy, and then finally it imploded and things fell apart. And there have been many famous cases where it's happened. That's why you should keep an eye on it. Other than that, stay safe out there. We in Dhana hope the cyclone has not created havoc wherever you are, and you're safe and everything is fine. And this weekend passes peacefully and you can get back to some kind of normalcy Monday onwards. Other than that, do enjoy your weekend. Me and Dhana will be back tomorrow morning on Sunday, bright and early, with another podcast for you. Thank you.
Thank you.